Hello, Capricorn. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Aviana. This is Aviana's Ascension. And today we are going to do a general reading for the month of September to see what's coming your way. This is a general reading, so just take what resonates, leave the rest behind, and check out your other placements to get the most accurate message. All right, let's get into it. So for your vision today, I saw you guys with the giant, what are those, like little lollipops with the swirl, and you guys were licking it, and then I heard Lollipop by Lil Wayne start playing, and then it was like you were in a music video and you were getting it. You were feeling yourself. Like, you might be feeling very sensual, very sexy in the month of September, which I like that. I like that. Okay, just letting yourself be creative. You could be dancing, going out, and just really like feeling yourself. I saw you guys like in cute lingerie, like you're just feeling it. Okay, you could be doing some sacral chakra work. That's your place of just sensuality and passion, creativity. So I feel like you're feeling good. Some of you guys could be going to a Lil Wayne concert. I know he's on tour right now. Well, he's on, yeah. I don't know when that tour starts, but you might be going. So fierce. I saw Lil Wayne when I was in like fifth grade, which was prime time. So that was fierce. Okay. So let's get into it. Let's see what's going on. I like that energy. I like you guys feeling yourself and feeling good. So we're going to do a Celtic cross for today. So I'm just going to get these cards out, and then we'll see what's going on at the bottom of the deck for the overall energy. So let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right. I like what I'm seeing. Okay. So bottom of the deck, overall energy. We do have the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. So yeah, you are definitely feeling really good. Very, you're feeling pretty. You're feeling sensual. You are feeling very passionate as well. Like, I feel like you feel very confident to go after anything, to have a new start, to go towards new endeavors. Like, it's feeling really good. Okay. We do have the Two of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Six of Swords, and the Death card, the Three of Wands. So there's definitely a big transformation that's happening for you in the month of September. I see you leaving behind comfort zones, certain cycles, and really going towards a rebirth. Okay. There could have been, or maybe there will be, something that kind of disappoints you or doesn't pan out how you expected. But that's kind of exactly what you need to shift your priorities and go towards these new things that are more in alignment for you and that make you feel good. So I like that. Let's get into it. Let's see what's going on for you. Okay, so for your current situation, we have the Hierophant, Taurus energy. So some of you guys, the Hierophant can mean so many different things, right? Some of you guys could be going back to school, or maybe you're studying something or learning a new skill. Some of you guys could be getting married or having a deeper commitment with something. This can also talk about following tradition and, just honoring like the old ways of doing something, or the more like standard way, following the status quo here. So this could be something that you like, or something that you're taking a deeper look at and asking yourself, okay, is this an approach that still works for me? Do I need to implement any changes? So could be learning something, deepening something, or just questioning a lot of things. So let's see what direction you're going in with that. Tell me more about the Hierophant here for Capricorn. Oh. Okay. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Ace of Swords. So for some of you, there could be a potential breakup happening. This could be, a breakup in a romantic relationship, a friendship, or someone that's been really close to you. This can also represent healing from some sort of painful heartbreak or disappointment, and maybe you're getting clearer on what you want out of your deeper connections. I just feel like There was something that didn't work out here. And even though, of course, that's painful, I see you've learned a lot from it. Like you didn't let this happen in vain. You allowed yourself to, just gain wisdom from it, gain clarity in order for you to move forward. Okay. We do have the Hermit here, the Four of Swords. So I do see you taking time away from just people in general and allowing yourself to heal, recover, learn what you need to learn. Yeah, you could be taking a break from like social gatherings, socializing and things like that. So let's see a little bit more about this. Let's see. Tell me more about the 3 of Swords. Okay, so whatever happened with the 3 of Swords, overall, you used it as an opportunity to get to know yourself better. Instead of just having the heartbreak and mourning it and just like being in pain, you allowed yourself to take a deeper look at the hurt behind it. And I think that helped you learn more about yourself and get just closer with your true self and what really works for you. Yeah, it's like that heartbreak is what you needed to get clear on your priorities and what mattered to you. Okay, tell me more about the 2 of Cups. Yeah, I do see that, especially because you have the King of Swords and then now there's the Queen of Swords and the Hermit. So some of you guys could be going through a breakup here. And again, it can be romantic, it could be a friend breakup, a family member, whatever. But I see that whatever happened between you and this person, it really inspired you to set boundaries, to kind of take a step back and focus on yourself. That's fierce. All right, this is a situation. There was a lot of time, a lot of memories with somebody, but there was also a lot of arguing and a lot of conflict. And I think you allowed yourself to take a step back and you really recognize the toxicity that was going on here. So yeah, there was definitely a lot of clarity, and this really motivated you to get focused on yourself again and kind of reclaim your power here. Okay. So the challenge in this situation is the King of Wands. Okay, so some of you guys may be questioning your ability to overcome this heartbreak or this hurdle, whatever you want to call it. Because the King of Wands is very adaptable. He takes a challenge head on. He believes in himself. He's very confident and, likes to make things happen. So for you, you might be unsure of how to rebuild or what the next step is here for you. But you've learned a lot from this situation, so I don't see why you can't overcome. Let's see. Tell me more about the King of Wands for Capricorn. Yeah, we have the Ace of Wands with the Four of Swords. So yeah, definitely like the hard part about this is the healing and the moving forward, especially if you thought someone was going to be in your life for a long time, or that maybe you guys were a perfect match at one point, but now that's not the case. It's very hard to, just kind of like pick up all your stuff again and restart. So I understand that. Like you're allowed to mourn and go through this process in whatever way works for you, but don't stay stuck in it. Don't stay stuck in that pain. Don't stay stuck in the disappointment. And, take the lesson for what it was. Allow yourself to feel all those feelings and heal and move forward, because this is kind of like the stepping stone for a new life for you. And we do have the Death card, the Three of Wands. So, yeah, and there's the Queen of Pentacles as well. Yeah, it was just a big moment of like, okay, well, now I got to restart. Now I got to go towards this new thing with new people or without the people that I thought were going to be there. And that's an adjustment. So honor that. Okay. Okay, so what you need to focus on is the Empress, okay, your feminine energy. You need to focus on your own vibration, your own energy, and just pay attention to what it is that you want to call into your life and make sure that's the things you're focusing on. The Empress is all about abundance, and it's also about fertility and bringing new things into the world, right? Like that can literally be a baby, or that can be a new idea, a new way of being. You know, I feel like this is the time to focus on what it is you want to create with your life, what you want to bring in to replace what's going out. And that's going to be something that helps you get through this phase with more ease. All right, tell me more about the Empress. Right, we have the Seven of Swords, the Fool, and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, you guys had to walk away from somebody or a situation that just wasn't fulfilling. And there could have been like somebody that was being manipulative or lying, or maybe they betrayed you in some way, which is kind of what forced you to move on from this. But with the Fool card, this is exactly what you needed to be open to this new chapter, to this new beginning. And Spirit's saying you don't have to bring the baggage of this painful ending with you. Ask yourself, what do you want to replace that energy with? And have fun, have faith that the universe is going to help co-create that with you. This is just a new beginning. It's never the end. Okay. Yeah, it's like right now you have to protect your energy. You have to defend yourself and, just stick to what feels right for you and not let anybody distract you or pull you away from that. Okay, so in the recent past, you do have the Four of Wands. So there could have been something that happened within your family. Again, the Four of Wands does represent marriage. So this could have been somebody you were married to or had a long term commitment with. This could be a close family friend. Something happened in the home or in a connection that was really close. So let's see. Tell me more about the Four of Wands. Yeah, we have the Knight of Swords. So yeah, I feel like you may even feel like the black sheep of the family, like you had to choose what was best for you and live your truth, and that may have kind of made you feel like there wasn't a place for you in this home or in this unit, this group of people, you know? We do have the Death card, the Three of Wands here as well. So it's like, yeah, you had to choose yourself over a group of people, over a relationship, over, certain family members or whatever this is. Anything else for the Knight of Swords, the Four of Wands? Yeah, we have the Five of Swords. So it's like you had to, it's almost like survival of the fittest. Like you had to choose yourself and your survival over other people and their comfort. And that, you may feel bad about that. You may be overthinking it, but it's what you needed in order to, grow your life and move forward. Sometimes you got to crack some eggs to make an omelet. I'm so silly. Okay, let's keep it moving. So, some possibilities here for you. We have the Wheel of Fortune. I like to see that. So, Spirit saying, yes, this is a very hard closing of a chapter, but that just means there's another one waiting for you on the other side. So, if you allow it, this is going to be the catalyst for a new chapter, a new life for you. But you have to be willing to see it that way and embrace that aspect of it rather than just looking at the things you're losing, Tell me more about the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, we have the Nine of Wands, Five of Pentacles. So it feels like in order to go towards this new chapter, you're going to have to be a bit impulsive and not worry about again, not worry about the loss or the rejection you may experience or the people you may be having to reject. Like that is a real option here. Like you're going to have to choose yourself over others, and that's going to be hard for you. Of course it is, because you're not a bad person, and even like that doesn't make you a bad person, but it's like you do think a lot about other people and you want to be able to support them, especially if you're doing good for yourself. You want to bring people along with you, but that's not how it works all the time. You know what I mean? You got to choose yourself. Yeah, it's like you have to stay very focused and determined and motivated, and it's got to be about you today, Capricorn. I like that. I know it's hard, but it's real. Okay, so in your near future, we do have the High Priestess, Pisces energy. So I definitely am getting like the energy, like you're tapping into your feminine energy a lot in the month of September. So just really going with the flow, listening to your intuition, exploring your inner world, being in tune with your emotions. I think that's going to be really important because obviously this is a very emotional time for you. Like there's a lot you're having to walk away from, but your intuition, your heart, everyone's higher self is like applauding this because it's what's in the highest interest for everybody. So even though it's hard for our human selves, our egos, our logical brains to accept it, deep down, and so does everyone else know that this is what's right. So this is just an energy of really trusting that, tapping into that energy, and you know focusing on that. All right, tell me more about the High Priestess. Now we have the Queen of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. You're just in the near future, I definitely see you focusing on yourself, on your goals, the things that bring you fulfillment and make you feel proud of yourself. Some of you guys may be going back to school or learning a new skill. Maybe you're wanting to start your own business, something like that, where you're just really focused. And with the Queen of Cups, I see you definitely tapping into your intuition, your heart space, but you're also floating above it and seeing something from a bird's eye perspective. All right, you're finding a deeper understanding about the pain you feel about having to walk away from certain things, how scary it may be to choose yourself and not let other people bring you down. Like you're just having a bigger understanding about the tougher parts of this journey while also maintaining your dedication to where it is you want to be and what it is you truly want to focus on. So that's a good balance to have because it can be really hard to continue feeling good about your journey and where you're going whenever there's other things that don't make it as enjoyable. So I'm proud of you for being able to kind of have a toe in both aspects of the journey. Cool. Yeah, it's like you're slowly moving on from the past, but there's also a part of you that still is hurt about the fact that this is how it has to be. So I understand that, like feel that, sit with that, honor that. It's an important part of the journey. So I like that. Okay, so for your advice, we do have the Knight of Cups. So you're being told to follow your heart, okay? Trust yourself, trust your intuition, leading with love, all right? Even if that means like walking away from someone, walk away with love. There's no need to have resentment or judgment towards yourself, towards other people. And like I said earlier, everyone's higher self is applauding and celebrating these difficult moments because it's what we're meant to do. Our souls agreed to go through certain things before we got here. And even though it's painful, our souls know it's what's best. So keep allowing your heart to shine forward. Keep putting yourself out there. Keep, giving love away and uplifting people while also understanding sometimes those people aren't meant to be in your life forever. All right. Tell me more about the Knight of Cups. All right. They are letting you know that slowly and surely you are going to go towards that fulfillment, that dream life, that beauty, that treasure chest that you're wanting to go towards. Just keep following your heart and be patient. This isn't something that's going to happen overnight or in a week, but with consistency and continuing to be vulnerable and connecting with that heart space, you'll get there. So just keep moving and grooving. Yeah, things are going to come your way. They may take some time, but don't let the anxiety or the timeline or anything like that make you think you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. All right, and what's going on in your environment that's impacting you is the Ace of Cups. So there could be some new love coming in, or maybe you're just doing more things that you love. There could be some healing happening here. I just feel like you're since you're going towards things that bring you fulfillment, or you're walking away from things that are not in alignment for you, only naturally things that you love are going to come your way. Okay, so this is a moment of just being in touch with your gratitude and your happiness and joy, actively choosing that, and I see more of it coming your way. But let's see, tell me more about the Ace of Cups. Okay, for some of you, I definitely see like new friendships, new relationships, deepening of commitments. Like I see that happening for you. Now we do have the Tower here, so that could talk about like some sort of breakup happening, or like we said, this could be somebody you've been very close with, like that coming to an end here. But with the Sun and Temperance, it's all happening for a greater purpose. And I do see you making peace with this, or if there's other people involved, they're making peace with it. And I just feel like there's going to be a lot of clarity when it comes to this Tower moment, and just a lot of acceptance and understanding that everything happens for a reason, and this is going to lead you guys to a lot of clarity, a lot more joy and understanding. And even though you got to rip a band-aid off to get there, it's going to be worth it. All right, tell me more about this Tower. Yeah, with the Tower, you have the Ten of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. So I definitely see that this ending, whatever it was that we kind of talked about in the current situation, I definitely see that it weighed heavily on you. I think you took a lot of the blame, or felt like blaming yourself for how something went down. But again, our higher selves are all applauding this and excited about it because it's exactly what was meant to happen. So I see that there could just be somebody who reaches out to you and, lets you know, like, I know this was hard, but I understand why you had to do this, or why it unfolded the way it did. I just see like you're making peace with this ending. That's what it feels like to me. Yeah. All right. So your hope or fear, looks like a hope, is the Six of Wands. So it's like you want people to be proud of you. You want to succeed, and you want your dreams to come true. You also want people to celebrate you and look up to you. And, like you just are ready to take up space and be honored and supported in that process. So I like that. I like that. Make sure you're proud of yourself, first and foremost. Tell me more about the Six of Wands. We have the Page of Pentacles and the Death card. Yeah, it's like you're going towards new beginnings. You're going towards, you're going through a big transformation, a big ending, and a beautiful new beginning. And there are parts of you that are like, am I making the right choice? Is this going to work out for me? How do I know this is what I have to do in order to get where I want to be? But deep down, you know, and we're here to grow and be uncomfortable and learn how to trust and have faith. And this is exactly what this process is teaching you. So it's time to bet on yourself, Capricorn. You got this. Yeah, it's like you are going to make it where you want to make it. You're so powerful and you have everything you need. You just got to trust your journey and keep going towards it. Okay? The final outcome, we've got the star card. Love it, Aquarius energy. So I definitely see you getting to a place where you are showing up authentically, living your best life. You're connected to the universe. There's equal give and take. And I just don't see you worried. Like it feels like a lot throughout this reading, there's been a lot of worry. There's been a lot of, is this the right thing? And and I see you feeling very confident and very secure in yourself, in your decisions, and in your ability to co-create with the universe. Some of you guys may be, increasing your psychic abilities, getting into more spiritual work as well. I like that. Like your fulfillment is coming. It's all coming full circle here. Tell me more about the star. Yeah, see, like you don't see it, but this is leading you to a beautiful new chapter of security, stability, just feeling really in alignment and like where you're meant to be. And with the Four of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, yeah, I see an attitude adjustment is coming through. Like, of course, as you're going through the midst of a breakup or a hard ending or having to walk away from things, it can be very painful and it can make you question. But in the future, at the end of it all, you're going to realize this is exactly what was meant to happen. This, even though it was painful, was a gift from the divine. And I see you just having a lot of abundance, a lot of security, stability, feeling very good, feeling fulfilled, feeling like you can really trust yourself and your path. It's a very beautiful kind of turnaround we've got going here. And it all started with a very difficult situation, but that's usually how it goes down, right? All right, Capricorn, we're going to close it out with some oracle messages. And if this resonated, let me know with a like, a comment. Definitely subscribe and share this reading with another Capricorn. All of that helps the channel grow, and I'm always very grateful. Please and thank you. All right, let's talk about it. All right, so your first card is number 21, Divine Feminine. And I said, you're going to be tapping into your feminine energy a lot in the month of September. So the frequency of Divine Feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. Beautiful. So yeah, this is something that's helping you get into your feminine energy, that soft energy, attracting, being intuitive, and understanding that we are all one. So it's a very beautiful process. And I think it's happening through a difficult situation because you're going to have to understand, like, me choosing what's best for me is also me choosing what's best for someone else. I like it. Number 37, realizations. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. Yeah, so beautiful. There's going to be just a lot of ups and downs, but it's all happening to get you to be your truest, most authentic self. And that's why the star card, she's naked, because she's that authentic, that vulnerable. And that's what you're going towards. And it's going to be difficult, but it's going to be so worth it in the end. Proud of you. We have number 23, dynamic. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. Yeah, This feels like the ability to say, like, this really hurts me, but I know it's good for me. You know, I feel like you're learning to accept the highs, the lows, the comfortable, the uncomfortable, and how important they all are for your growth and your evolution. And last card here, number 3, solar plexus chakra. The frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life, supports our sense of self, our personal power, our willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole. Beautiful. Yeah, you're going to be feeling very powerful. You're going to really understand yourself, your role here, your role in uncomfortable situations, and just how important it is for not only you, the people involved, but everyone as a whole. Because you stepping into your power and honoring your truth ripples that energy outward, and then more and more people start doing it, which we need it. We're raising the frequency of the earth, and sometimes we got to do it by being uncomfortable. Okay, fierce. So that's all I've got for you today, Capricorn. I'm enjoying it. I'm picking up what I'm putting down. I liked it. Thank you guys for watching. If this resonated, I already said that. Just kidding. Okay. If you guys would like more content, I have all my social media down below if you would like to check it out in the description box. Sometimes it sounds like I'm like lispy a little bit, but I think I'm just talking too fast. But anyways, if you would like, my website is linked down below if you want to book a personal reading or if you want an alchemy healing ceremony. It's kind of like shadow work, helping you move past your pain into your power, all that good stuff. I also have a newsletter you can sign up for. It's a great way to get the readings directly to you. And if you want more spiritual guidance with them, check out the newsletter. Okay, period. Okay, I almost choked in my spit. But anyways, what a great outro. All right. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day, Capricorn. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.